Hey folks, thanks for watching. Today, this is Heal with Hak4Kidz. So today, I'm going to give you a quick tour of our website. Some folks go to the website, not too sure if they make their way through all the different features and sections of information that we have. So I thought I'd do a quick recording and a Twitch stream of that. So where we're at, right here we have is our web page, and by the way, even though the browser says Hak4Kidz.com, it is www. We added the secure protocol some time ago, so always just try to use that. Best way to go. And here we have our logo. We typically change this hashtag to whatever the year might be. So anyone that comes to the website can see, like, if they want to tweet or send any kind of social media type comms, they can use hashtag H4K and then the year. And right here, down here, we have our nav bar, right? So we have home, activities, our code of conduct, a library, believers, shop, contests, and about. And in the upper right-hand corner, if you want to register an event, we usually keep this guy updated here. And you just kind of click and it takes you to the registration page. So on the main home page, we have this kind of image slider, and this is Tinker with the STEM art graphics behind Tinker's back. And the next slide over, this is the venue that we used to be at. Possibly time to update the photos, but nice, welcome, very cool venue back then. A lot of open area, like through glass walls, and nice kind of techie feel with interesting art and colors and stuff like that. So activity labs is one of the things that we have as far as something for the tyros to do. And here's a picture of one of my tyros, my youngest tyro slash kid 2. And oh boy, I think he might have been 3 years old, and he was looking at a trash can robot that was bigger than him. And the trash can robot, I don't know if you could see it, but it has an Android tablet right here with our website. So that was kind of cool. But over here on the left side is a little clear bucket of mints. So even though slash kid 2 was a little afraid of this big robot, the candy kind of helped him get over his fear. But this was a fun activity for the kids to change the eyes and program the voice and stuff. Workshop. So workshops is an activity that we have where kids can go in there and do a concentration type exercise instead of just doing something at an activity station for a few minutes or a half hour or all day. Workshops tend to have a fixed time. It could be 90 minutes to 4 hours. STEM projects. So we usually have one project that is very STEM focused. We've done things like the popsicle stick catapult, a mousetrap racing car, an egg drop contest, building a contraption so that when you drop an egg from a distance, or I should say a height, keeps it safe and sound and doesn't crack. It was kind of messy. And then our believers, the folks who help make Hak4Kidz possible. This is our current list of believers. So folks who've made donations or supported us in a variety of other ways. And you can see Cisco and FoxPick are our platinum sponsors. So main page kind of has an overview and then some critical data. And the critical data is about our events, or it could be some other kind of data. This could use probably an update of some stuff that we have available in the shop. And right here within this section, you kind of find out what activities are going on. So you can see how it's highlighted here. We had a cyber defense clinic on the 12th. It tells you a little bit about it. Always in this kind of format. Main information from the when, the where, whether or not registration's open, and when that registration ends, and whether or not a laptop would be required for participation or encouraged. And then additional requirements and information in that related to that event or activity. And then down a little lower could be an actual physical event, and unfortunately, due to the coronavirus, we had to cancel the 2 events that we originally started planning this year. We had some others in the works, but it just didn't seem to be practical to add them to the site, so we just kind of left it. On the right side of the main page, we have a section here that is a convenience for anyone that needs to register. You kind of plop it in here. So you got the button link up here, but we also have another section here that has some cool graphics, a little bit more information of whatever might be coming up, and they just click register now. It'll pop them into a new page, and you can go register. There's a support H4K section right here, so donate. You can donate like a PayPal donation, and we typically send something like stickers or something like that. And then just kind of our tweets. So some people don't have Twitter, and that's perfectly fine because we put our latest tweets or retweets here on the main page so people could see them. This is typically useful for kids when we're doing a CTF, if there's any information that could help them with the CTF, or information about like, hey, the CTF's going to end in an hour. Those kinds of notifications would be here, and they just need to keep an eye on the home page. And I'm going to go up. So this is our activity section. So was not updated for 2020 because 2020 never really happened. It's an interesting year. But you can see we have our showcased different speakers or talks. So almost every year we have Tool giving a presentation on the introduction to lockpicking. It could be me, it could be someone else giving a safe and secure online presentation, internet safety and privacy and all that other good stuff. And then a breakdown of the different activities, kind of based on either workshops or activity stations, just all that other stuff I was talking about before. Anything that might have been a repeat from a prior year or anything new for that year. So very handy info. And then it breaks down the workshop, so details on that. And in some cases we have registration broken out separately for the workshops, especially if there's a limited amount of space, like soldering. We have a finite number of soldering irons and stations, so we need to make sure we don't have 15 people show up when we only have 10 soldering irons, so to speak. And so on and so forth, right? So you guys can get a sense for that. This also kind of carries over in other sections where you can still see quick information and quick links to do something. Our code of conduct, this has expanded it a bit, but we have a general code of conduct as far as harassment and bullying and so on and so forth. We also have a Discord server now, and there's a code of conduct in there that actually really expands this, and we've added a reactive role. So in order to even use our Discord server, and it's really primarily for admins in the tyros, you have to accept our code of conduct. Under library, this is an area we've been wanting to build out for some time, but we were trying to capture different content from different events. This way, if somebody's like, hey, I really wanted to see that presentation again, and assuming the author of the presentation made it available, we would put it up here. Same thing with some information on workshops or PowerPoints or any other reference links. That was the original intention. We have some stuff here. I really believe we have the opportunity to build this out even further and make it something that could be a lot more engaging and challenging and even rewarding with badges, and kind of really build a bigger community around the content we can provide. But even like these crypto challenges, these are from the very first event, and we've done so much more since then. The comics were provided by Cisco, which is kind of cool. So these links here, these are actually a bit more current, but it'll download the PDFs and the more like threat defense, threat response types comments. And the coloring book comic on how to solder, this is really cool. Soldering is easy, so I should probably put like a little thumbnail of these in there. What do you think? Believers, this is where we show the support that we receive from the community, and it's a great community, so strong, so many great believers that we have. So you can see here kind of the breakdown by platinum and gold, and then silver and bronze and basic, which is someone that typically donates like $500 or less. It could be like a basic donor. But we put like little fun rollovers, so you could see like Go Hawks. This was like, I think a flag in one of the CTF challenges where the kids had to go and find what was the logo that mentioned the Chicago Blackhawks. So this was the other one. So I think I just copied and pasted that. I didn't change it because that was a newer one. But it's kind of cool, so we had these fun things in here. And even other little things, like I don't know if this is the page, but if you do like a Control A on some pages, we have hidden text, so we're going to use like white font on a white background and let the kids have some fun trying to find some of our hidden messages. The shop, pretty cool. This was a new addition from about a year plus ago, where you could go and actually buy stuff, buy some of our swag, and it supports Hak4Kidz. So here we have believer magnets, car magnets. You can put them elsewhere. It doesn't have to be in a car, but it'll stay on a car. Zooming along on the highway at 80 miles an hour, it will stay on. Well, if you put it on the back. Other things, so we had our Freaker Life game. We also now have these face masks with the glider, and if you click on it, it'll tell you a story about the Tyro symbol and the gliders. And then if you want to get a bundle, you can get 2 masks, you get a free car magnet. So that's pretty cool. And just a little kind of public service announcement, more activities, cool things like that. But you could go into the shop. That's just the featured collection, but the whole catalog is information like the SAO, the Captain Kirk SAO that was created, badges from past events, our patch, expansion pack that has no picture. I gotta fix that. And you could just go through here and find different items if they're still available. And you can actually purchase them. Still unsure why these are here. I guess because it just says sold out, but you could kind of take a stroll through here and buy, boxes for your cards and sleeves and all that other cool stuff. Go back to go back here and go to contests. So we haven't had any contests in a while, but we've done some before in the past, like Unwrap the Code Holiday Challenge. This was a few years ago. This one was really fun. Lots and lots of layers and depth and things like, and to get kids using crypto, they had to get like a Keybase account. I think this one was open for adults, not just kids, but just to get people to start using other security tools like Keybase. And then they had to connect with us in Keybase and kind of friend us. And then we had a folder that had more challenges. It was really pretty cool. And it kind of kept building on that, as well as like what the prizes are. And last is the About page. Gives a quick intro to our mission, a bit about us, right? IRS 501c3 organization, and information about our attendees and volunteers. These numbers have definitely gone up. Gotta adjust that, but just priorities and our management team. So you can see here's our board of directors, and that's the website. Thanks for coming here and taking a visit and a look around, and be safe out there, question truth, and be better.